Now in high definition, Mount Pleasant's own New Central 34, Morning Edition.
Good morning and welcome to New Central 34. I'm Tiffany Cline. The funeral for 3 Amish children killed in a car accident will be held today. Services are at 9:30 a.m. at the Vickeryville Old Order Mennonite Church on the corner of Sloan Road and M57. The children killed included an 11-year-old, a 9-year-old, and a 2nd grader. The family was on their way to church when the horse buggy was hit from behind by a pickup truck, State Police from the Lakeview Post said earlier this week. Both parents, an 8-year-old boy and a 3-year-old boy and a 2-year-old boy, were critically injured in the crash. Native American Heritage Month will take place during the month of November. The month is to honor and celebrate American Indians and Alaskan Natives. To celebrate, Central Michigan University will be offering events and documentary screenings. Events will range from keynote speaker Joy Harjo on November 15th at 7 p.m. in Plachta Auditorium to a documentary screening of Black Indians November 16th in Brooks Hall 176 from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. For more information on all of the events, contact the Office for Institutional Diversity and Inclusion. After the sudden closure of fast food restaurant Popeyes, there is talk that the location may be getting a new tenant, but who that will be is still unknown. The building's owner, Dave Lapham, was approached by Brian Kench, a Mount Pleasant building official, about the Popeyes sign still standing after its closure. The building owner then indicated that he may be working with a new tenant and asked for additional time to keep the signs up until those for a new tenant are in place, Kench said. Flint's Fast Start initiative is removing lead service lines for safer water only applies to residential homes, which means businesses with possible lead service lines aren't on a list to be replaced. WNEM's Alana Holland spoke with a business owner.
Now in high definition, Mount Pleasant's own New Central 34, Morning Edition.
Good morning and welcome to New Central 34. I'm Tiffany Cline. New information has emerged about the mental health of the Texas church shooter during his time in the Air Force. It's raising even more questions about how he was able to get his hands on weapons before killing at least 26 people over the weekend. Meg Oliver has the latest from Sutherland Springs, Texas. Showtimes are today, November 8th till the 11th at 7:30 p.m. and November 12th at 2:30 p.m. Tickets are available through CMU Ticket Central, online, by phone, or in person at the CMU Event Center. Tickets are $9 for students and seniors and $11 for the general public, or $12 at the door. Make sure to come out and see the show. And I'm Tiffany Cline. We'll be back tonight at 5. Have a great day, everyone. In Mount Pleasant, there are 12 coffee brands. Each strives to appeal to potential customers by doing something different from its competitors. Joshua Gardy opened Pleasant City Coffee in September of 2014.
A lot of community events, a lot of community organizers, a lot of political officials, a lot of day-to-day operations, business folks come through here, get a cup of coffee to get about their day. So it's a very important place for them to stop first thing.
I'm Ron Coles, and if I had a favorite coffee shop in town, it definitely would be Pleasant City Coffee. We work next door here at TTS Logistics.
The Dreamer Coffee Shop opened in October of 2013. Manager Mackenzie Bacon explains what makes his coffee shop different.
We do a lot of open mic nights in which we really want to invite the community to come out and not only enjoy it but also participate. We hang the community members' artworks on the wall. Our walls are just all stark white, so the community is really what brings our color and pops the color to the walls. One of our biggest compliments is that people feel like they're walking into a big city coffee shop, which was sort of our goal. We love that we are sort of like this urban escape in the suburban Mount Pleasant area. We get a lot of big city people that feel at home here, and we also get a lot of the international students. They say they feel at home because we do more of the traditional latte rather than like this sort of kind of stuff you get at the bigger coffee shops.
Kaya Coffee opened in 2001, and after a change of ownership starting in 2015, it still remains popular with college students and Mount Pleasant residents. Kaya is very involved with the community. We host a lot of public events. For example, we host a lot of student RSO groups weekly. University will have large weeks, for example, coming out at Kaya. We host a couple of those events here. And we host talent shows, and we just stay very involved, especially with the art and music community. It's the chill, hipster type vibe that attracts everyone in the area.
As for the future of these local coffee shops, each of them plan to become more involved with the community and leave a big impact on students of Central Michigan University and residents of Mount Pleasant, Michigan. I'm Tiffany Cline with News Central 34.
Such a beautiful night. I could almost kiss the stars for shining so bright. Then I see you smile and I go, oh, oh, oh. I would never want to miss this, 'cause in my heart I know what this is. Hey now, hey now, this is what dreams are made of. Hey now, this is what dreams are made of. I've got somewhere I belong. I've got somebody to love. This is what dreams are made of. This is what dreams are made of.
My time in Heredia has been a learning experience.
Once in a lifetime.
Life-changing.
Spectacular.
Studying abroad has impacted me because before coming to Costa Rica, I had no interest at all in knowing another language. But as I started to embrace the culture and branch out and talk to citizens of Costa Rica, I realized how important it was to know their language and know their culture and the things that they do and how they live. Also, studying abroad with other USAC students from around the country and from other countries has impacted me and showed me how diverse America is and the United States as a whole.
Study abroad has changed me drastically in my not only my Spanish language and comprehension, but also in being able to understand the world and see it in a different perspective and realize that people live different lives.
Study abroad has changed my life in a way that I could never expected it to. Before I came here, I was really nervous about speaking in front of people, even in class. I wouldn't really speak at all, but I've definitely overcome my fear and been able to talk to my host family and other Ticos.
So I think it was my trip to Monteverde that actually showed me what I've learned while studying abroad. I learned that I'm growing as a person. Planning this trip to Monteverde with just me and my friend, I realized that I'm not the same person I was when I left the United States. I've definitely grown. I'm more daring. I can take more risks.
I liked being in Heredia because of its location to all other parts of Costa Rica. So several weekends I've gotten to take trips with my friends. Because of our location, we've had the opportunity to just pick up and travel in a few days to either the beach or the mountains and do things as college students that you can't really do in the United States.
Today we're at Sanatorio Duran, and this is one of the most haunted places in Costa Rica.
So my host family definitely made my experience one to remember. Lunch is always with me and just my mom. My mom actually cooks with me. I told her that I wanted to learn how to cook some of these things in Costa Rica, so when I get back home I'll be able to cook them. Every week we pick a dish that I like, or pick a dish that she likes, and then we'll cook it together.
While going to some Costa Rican tours, I just want to explore, some of the more tropical side of Costa Rica, go to Drake's Bay. It was an absolutely beautiful sight. We got to meet people from the other two Costa Rica USAC programs, made some new everlasting friendships, built upon the memories with the people I already knew. Went hiking through the forest. We saw animals that are indigenous Costa Rica. We went kayaking through a river. Actually went horseback riding today. So it was just experiences that are just really interesting.
Broken down, blood all over the place. She said it's been a while since I felt this way. Yeah, we were hanging out, and now it's getting late. So I grabbed your hand, now we're